guys. The loan of 500,000 is to be repaid by quarterly payments. So you're supposed to make your first payment 3 months after the granting of the loan. Yes. So you have T0. No? When are you supposed to make your first payment 3 months after? But when T1, which is 3 months after, you don't make the payment. And then 6 months after the payment, which is T2, you also don't make the payment. And then when I want to start to make the payment, you make it after at T3, which is 9 months after the granting of the loan. Because that's what they're saying. They say the loan is repaid by means of quarterly payments. Starting 9 months after the loan was granted and ending after 5 years after the loan is granted. The interest is 8% per annum compounded quarterly. So we can tell them, okay, we have our present value, which is 500,000. At T0.
Yes.
But when we actually start paying, we're not going to pay 500,000 because we're going to have A, which is going to be equal to 500, 100. And then interest number 1, interest number 2. Here there's no interest because we're paying. All right. So we're going to have 1 plus interest, they said, which is 0.08 divided by 4. And then how many payments did we miss? These are the number of quarterly payments that we missed. We missed 2 of them. Only 2. Yeah, we paid 9 months. Remember, we're supposed to pay here, we didn't pay here. We're supposed to pay here, we didn't pay. So we missed this one, and then we paid at T3. It's 9 months. After 9 months, it's T3. Because this is not monthly, it's quartal. When your mind should be quartal, Quartal you pay 3 months after.
Yes.
So after 3 months, that's term number 1. Term number 2, it's after 6 months. After 9 months, it's term number 3.
I don't get the 2 parts.
We don't get the 2 parts because you missed term number 1. This is after 3 months. This is the gap after 3 months.
Yes.
Yeah. Gap after 3 months again. It's 2. Gap after 3 months, you start paying. So how many 3 months did you miss? When you missed 1, 2. That is why we are saying 2. The number of payments. Because this thing is not monthly. Don't confuse Gucci. It's not monthly, it's quarterly.
Marana, I know we may have some 3 months. And I go on.
Huh? It's not monthly, this thing is quarterly.
Hey, Mr. Geha. Quarter.
Yeah, in a year you have 4 quarters.
Yes.
Yes.
You should do 9 months.
Huh?
You should do 9 months. You should go down.
No, when you start, you it is you. When you start to pay 9 months, you say 3, 6, 9. Then you start to pay. When you skip 3 months, then you start to pay 9 months after. So what do you get after that, guys? How much do we owe exactly? Remember, it's exactly after T2.
Yes.
This money that you see, it's the outstanding balance exactly after T2. So how much is this?
520,200.
520,000.
200.
We say we get 520,000.
20,000.
20,000.
200.
200 like this.
Yeah.
Comma
0.00.
0.00.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not good for us. The money that we owe when we get to T2, it's no longer 500,000, but it's 520,200. It's fine, Angish. What do we look for, Tino? We're looking for monthly installment, Angish. Monthly installment using the present value formula. It says which IPV all over 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of minus n, Angish. Close bracket. And then if you continue with this, it says which you are going to have 0.08 divided by 4 multiplied by 520,200 all over. It's 1 minus 1 plus 0.08 divided by 4 to the power of minus. Now, all in all, what is our n? Let's go back and talk about n. And so n, it's supposed to be 4 multiplied by 5. It's 5 years. It's 4 multiplied by 5. 4 multiplied by 5, we're supposed to get what? 20. But we already missed 2.
Yes.
Since we missed 2, it means we are left with what much? 18. So our n is going to be equal to what? 18. What do we get as our monthly payment?
34,698.43.
You say we get what? Hmm?
4.
34.
Yes.
So it's 34, yeah?
69.
69.
84. 8,43.
8,43 like this. Okay, this is going to be our monthly installment. Yes. Everyone is happy with that. Okay, we are not done there.
Yes.
The next question says to us, okay, but what is going to be the outstanding balance?
Yes.
Okay, let's say this is A here. Now I'll just shift it downwards so that we can start with number B. Let's shift this one down. I'm going to put the timeline again so that we understand.
Yes.
They say, what is going to be the outstanding balance on the loan directly after the sixth payment has been made?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to our timeline so that we'll see this thing. Hot. T0. No? We take the loan, which is 500,000. We don't start paying 3 months later. Yeah? We miss this one. T1, we skip. T2, we skip. When do we start paying? T3. We start paying at T3. I want us to put it with a different color, this one. How much do we owe when we get to T3? We owe 520, 200. Yeah?
Yes.
All in all, where are we going to? We are going to T20. Let's not forget. All in all, the goal is to get to T20. What?
Yes.
But now, how many months are still outstanding? Starting from T3 up until we get to T20, we have 18.
Not months, payments.
Oh, yeah, number of payments, not months.
Yes.
Yeah, we usually talk months.
Yes.
Okay. So remember, here's what they want, but they want the outstanding balance after the sixth payment. So we go to T4, we go to T5, we go to T6. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So how much are we paying? Mind you, we know we're paying 34,000 if I'm not mistaken. It's 34,000. This is a monthly payment. Let's put it there.
600.
It's 34?
698.
698,43. Like this, no?
Yes.
Okay. When we get to T6, yeah, it's T3, T4, T5, T6. Now, all in all, we had from year to year, we had 18. No? Now we're going to say, but now 18 were at T6. How many are still outstanding? Outstanding months. Let's do it with a different color here. How many months are still outstanding? It's going to say it's 18 minus the 6, which is going to be equal to what? Number of payments is going to be what? 12.
Marcel,
Yes.
they said after the sixth payment has been made.
Yes. That is why I keep on saying, after the sixth payment, then that's when we start to count, which is basically this thing here. That is why even here I'm saying this money that you see, this 520, it's just exactly after T2.
Yes.
Exactly after T2.
So we paid at T3.
T6 we paid.
Yeah. They said after the sixth payment.
Yes.
Sixth payment.
Payment number 6.
So this one is payment number 1 is T3. Is it not?
Payment number 1 is T3.
It's T3. So I just want to know T6.
I don't get your question.
Payment number 1 is at T3.
Yes.
So how do we have the sixth payment at T6? Because payment number 1 is at T3.
After the sixth payment, remember, you don't need the loan. Oh, I get what you're asking. The loan agreement also is that way. Now you are supposed it commenced the day you took the loan. It commenced. Whether you had financial difficulties or you didn't have financial difficulties, they don't care.
They don't care.
Yes, the loan has commenced the day you take the loan. After 3 months, you're supposed to make your first payment. Just because you didn't make it, now we count to. That is why we're adding interest. So either way, that is why even here it's 9 months later. 9 months later, we're at T3. Why we didn't say we're at T1? We don't call it T1. We already missed the 2. We can't take it back. Mashita, your hand was up. Mashita.
Mr. Nenyo usho na yo ya khotsi.
Oh, the one of Khots, ne?
Yeah.
Does it make sense why what we're saying here? It's because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This thing here is the day you take the loan, we start to count 1 month after or 3 months. Oh, in this case, because it's quartile, 3 months after, it makes it to be the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term, sixth term. Whether you missed or you didn't miss, now we don't care in between. When you all in all, remember you had 20 to play with. All 20, you first started by misusing 2. We say it's 5. And then after that, tonight, that is why we say instead of you having 20, you no longer have 20 anymore, but you have what? 18. Because now you've misused these 2 that we gave you. And then when you get to T6, let's say at T6 you started to again to make financial difficulties. We're going to decrease. Now we still want you to finish exactly at T12. Yeah. So here we'll have something that looks like this then. We're looking for the present value, which is outstanding balance. Remember, outstanding balance, OB, it's going to be equaling to X, which is going to be 34,698,43.
Okay.
And then open bracket, we have 1 minus 1 plus 0,0. Can interest rate was 0,08, ne? It's present value. It's present value. I'm just calling it outstanding balance.
Okay.
0,08
Yes.
divided by 4. Then here, careful, we put what? 12. Because these are the months that from the 18 that we have. If we're 86, we're still left with how many? With 12. All over 0,08 divided by 4. How much is still outstanding there?
366,000.
366, yeah?
4.
947,74. Yes, what?
Sir,
Yeah.
on the part of 18, why did you say 18 minus 6, sir? Because 18 was from like from T3, we
Yes.
get it 18
Yes.
from T3. Because if you say 18 plus 6, I am on 12 plus 6, it no longer gives us
It gives us
20,
18.
it gives us 18.
Yes. Plus 2 that we already missed, then it gives us a total of 20. That is why I'm not using 500,000. Remember, I'm not using 500,000 as my present value. I'm using this one here at 34,000, which I got from 502,000.
Okay.
You minus.
You can't